When is the last time you watched Karina Kaboom? I'm telling you, the last time I watched her, I think was during live stream era. What should we react to? Okay. Karina Kaboom? Let me go see.
Hello, everybody.
3 X's ago? Like even before Feline. I don't like that woman. I hate everything about that woman. Okay, I'm saying it now. Tally, who does the most shade. I know Karina Kaboom would do it. Do you know Karina Kaboom? Thought you don't watch. I do know her. I used to watch her. I used to actually thoroughly enjoy her. I hate everything about that woman. Use that, Karina Kaboom. And Karina Kaboom's videos, like in the beginning, where she does like really short snippets of just like random things that like I've done or Chantel has done. That's funny. Like no tea, no shade, but what is going on with her?
Amberlynn did not shower.
I chose to like be like, I cannot do this anymore. Like she puts me in the biggest negative headspace. So I said, I'm actively removing myself from this situation, and I have not watched her since. So it's literally been years.
Hello, my favorite girly pops. In today's video for the low introductory price sale of absolutely nothing, you heard it here last, my most entertaining, my most favorite YouTuber in the whole wide world, the most amazing YouTuber that has ever been really known to anyone, the best video maker on this whole website, Amberlynn Reid, has made a video about myself and Oh Lordy, it's Jordy, or as I like to say, Oh Lordy, it's Kermie. You want to know really quickly what I think about this whole thing that she said about me? I think Amber is incredibly upset that I see right through her and uses ambiguous language when discussing me so that she can claim that she doesn't watch me, therefore no longer being responsible in answering the points that I make. She wants off the hook. She basically doesn't have to answer the things that I say in my videos if she pretends that she's not watching them. On top of that, she's upset that I judge her on her character instead of anything superficial, so she can't claim that I judge her based on superficial things. She basically said that she was talking about me even though she has not watched a video of mine in 3 years. If you believe that, I have a very large bridge of Kermits to sell you. She's also stalking out Oh Lordy, it's Jordy's entire life, like Paulie D on the New Jersey boardwalk. She stalked out his whole life. She actually facilitated purchasing like all of his personal information and had people call his family. She's in the throes of stalking him. That's my opinion. She's really upset that Jordy is supposedly, according to her, living at his parents' house. Well, you can't do anything without your mom. And I guarantee you that one of these days, Amber's mom is going to drive her 19 hours to visit Jordy.
Thanks for nothing.
Because she's stalking out his whole life. Amberlynn has blocked me from responding on her channel. Like, I'm not allowed to leave any comments, even though she's making videos about me. I can't respond. Like, I've never blocked her. She can come here and respond. Not only did she block me, but she also blocked out my name from the comment section, so you can't write out my name because she blocked out my name, so no one can say anything about how they feel about what she said about me. Biggest problem Amber has with me, in my opinion, is that I talk about what she says and does versus what she looks like, and that's a problem for somebody who has created an entire career out of a fake victimhood on youtube.com. Also, all of this is kind of irrelevant. You know who I care about? Rarity, her cat. Guess what? She clickbaited the title and said that there was a Rarity update in her video because this is part 3 of her pre-recorded Q&A while she runs around with Tommy. And she said Rarity update, and there was no Rarity update. That is beyond disingenuous. That's just cruel. You know that people loved your cat, even though in my opinion you did not, and facilitated the ending of your cat's existence. You are the reason that that cat ran away. Your negligence and your ignorance of other living beings, and you made a YouTube video which had the title in it, Rarity Update. When you watch it, she says there is no update. That is cruel behavior. And here's the thing, you don't ever need to listen to anything I have to say. You don't have to believe anything I have to say. How much more proof do you need that she doesn't care about the cat, that she is actually using the cat for views and clickbaiting lies that there's a rarity update? You lost your cat because of your negligence. You know your audience is devastated over rarity possibly no longer being with us. You lie to them in your title and say that there's a cat update and it's a total clickbait lie. If you will clickbait you're no longer with us, like pretty much deceased cat, you'll do anything. So we're going to get into all the drama. But you know what I like? I like Kermits. How about you? Have you ever thought about like wanting to buy a Kermit? Well, now you can. That's my game show host voice. We used to be at a point where like 2 people liked it. Now 75 people like my game show host voice. Well, now you can. There's my affiliate link if you would like to purchase a Kermit, because Kermits are always in the middle of tea and drama, in my opinion. You can buy it with my affiliate link, and when it ships, let me know so I can be excited for you. Everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only. Nothing is meant to be taken seriously.
Amberlynn did not shower.
I'm sharing my own opinions, not facts, and publicly accessible information, first made public by public figures. Please don't go to these people's channels and leave mean-spirited, negative, disparaging comments. Entertainment purposes only. Okay, so as far as what Amberlynn said about me, first of all, I have no problems with her talking about me. I wish she would talk about me more. Ambi, can I call you Pookie? I would love for my favorite YouTuber like Amberlynn Reid to go ahead and make more content on me. I encourage you to do so. I don't think there's anything wrong with her trashing me or saying anything bad about me, because she has every right to, because I talk about her. And also just in general, in the United States of America, there's something called free speech. Everybody doesn't have to like everybody, and people are still allowed to tell us what they feel about other people, right? So no problems with her talking about me. Talk about me some more. It's my favorite time when my favorite YouTuber, though, no issues here. Okay, let's start off with the logistics, with some logic here. Let's talk about the blatant lie in the room. She claims that somebody asked her this question. Until she shows me a random stranger asking her the question of when was the last time you watched Karina, I don't believe that anybody asked this. I think that she's very famous, in my opinion, for asking herself the questions that she really wants to talk about and answer. I'm pretty irrelevant in a lot of the day-to-day things in, I think, the Amberverse, and I don't think that people are just running to talk about me. When was the last time you watched me? Like, no, you wanted to talk about me, so just say that, Ambi. Can I call you Pookie? Okay. One of the most interesting things in this clip where she talks about me is that she seems really bitter and still very bothered by the things that she supposedly heard 3 years ago. Obviously, I showed you the clip of her going live while she was with Wifey. She lied and said that she hadn't watched me since Beck. That isn't true. The clip in the beginning of this video proves to you that she was trying to live react to me. Live react to me while with Feline. You said that it was, only during live stream era with Beck, so she's lying there. That's just the logistics. But I want you to pay attention how bitter and how bothered she is by what I said 3 years ago. I want to tell you something. If you believe nothing I say in this video, believe this. When you stop watching someone that antagonized you or that you felt upset by their words, the more time passes by of you not watching them, the easier that it gets for you. When you truly disconnect from someone's content, the context of what they say drifts away for you. You could still remember the negative things they said about you, but you wouldn't be this bitter and bothered if you weren't still listening to what I said. Remember, she says she's not listening to what I'm saying. She has no idea what I'm saying. Why do you have such strong disdain for me if you last heard what I said 3 years ago? She tells on herself. When you separate yourself from hearing what the negative stuff that people may say about you, you start feeling better about that person as years go by, because you literally can forget or stop being as angry at that person. She's still watching me because she's still bothered and bitter. And the other obvious, really interesting thing is that she refuses to answer any of the points that I make. She just says she doesn't like me. She's trying to absolve herself of answering the points that I make. She hasn't responded to a single statement that I've made because she can't. because she's caught. It's very unusual for someone not to respond to what somebody is saying. See how she responds to what Jordy says, but she won't respond to what I say because she's too scared. Blocking me in her chat, blocking others from talking about me. That seems like bravery to me. My main point is that when you disengage from others' content, the context of what they said no longer bothers you. But I still bother her a lot because she's still watching. So, as far as what she's saying, a lot of reaction channels have already talked about this, Mr. Snowflake, Jordy, and the average person reacting to YouTube and the average viewer doesn't believe you because there is proof on the internet, first of all, that you did watch me after Beck broke up with you, and it's common sense. So I already showed you the clip. The thing, I've said this before, for me, it would be the perfect thing if she never watched a single one of my videos. That's best for me here. Sometimes people don't understand why I do certain things. If I'm doing something on YouTube, it's because it's best for me at this job, at this function. So it would be best for me for you not to watch. My opinion here, I'm 100 on it. You do watch. The reason why most reaction channels, the audience, and myself all feel that you still watch me is because for the last 2 years, Amberlynn would answer every specific question that I had in my video. And I would bring up things that other people would not bring up. And you would hear it on my channel, and then Amber would answer the question. So, Amber, there's no shame in saying that you are obsessed with hearing about yourself, okay? Now, let's talk about the really interesting things that she says next, because I want you to pay attention the level of control that is slipping away from her manipulative language here. So she says that she really doesn't like me and hasn't interacted with my content in 3 years. So how do you know what I'm talking about? How do you know who I am? What if I've changed? You say you genuinely don't like me, but how do you know what I'm saying if you're not watching, right? You haven't watched in 3 years, haven't interacted in 3 years. I could be saying something totally different. I could have turned over a new Kermit. I could be making the most amazing videos saying how everybody doesn't give you a chance, how you're amazing, and you don't even know that. As she says, what is going on with that woman? That is an incredibly manipulation and gaslighting technique. Here's her problem. She knows what I say about her, but has chosen to tell her audience that she has no idea what I'm saying, right? So she wants to put out an innocuous, not very telling statement that opens the conversation to make it anything that the audience wants. What do I mean? Instead of saying, I don't like it when she said this, I don't like it when she said that, she gives an ambiguous statement that could mean anything. Oh, what is going on with her? Meaning what? That leaves the audience to interpret that statement in any way that they want and say, oh, whatever they want, to basically invent stuff. She knows how to manipulate language. That's why she uses the ambiguous phrase of, well, what's going on with her? What is going on with me? Nothing. Nothing is going on with me. The reason that I'm pretty irrelevant is because nothing is going on with me. I don't really do anything except my videos, and that's it. She used that ambiguous phrase to leave it open for interpretation and for people to just invent stuff and say negative things so that she didn't have to listen. So she didn't have to use an example of what I say about her and reveal that she actually talks about me. Now, she then says that I put her in a bad headspace. And the last time she even interacted with me was 3 girlfriends ago. And the audacity of Amberlynn truly believing. At first, I didn't understand what she was saying. I'm thinking to myself, 3 girlfriends ago, who are you talking about? She still counts a married woman who played her. Amberlynn Valentine / Erica played you. Played you. That's what we used to say in the 90s. She played you, okay? I guess nowadays we could say she trolled you. She's saying, oh, I watched her 3 girlfriends ago. Who are these people? Alex, wifey Feline, wifey Beck, and Erica / Valentine. She's to this day counting a woman she never met, who played her, who trolled her, who is a married woman. Never met her. She's counting this woman as a relationship. It's very interesting to me that she measures the events that were going on in her life. Listen to what I'm going to tell you. through the people that she was dating, that's very, very telling of how you view the world. Remember how I always say, oh, well, she only wants to be claimed on the internet, in my opinion. She only cares if she has a partner. So somebody's asking you about some girl you may have watched, and you only are putting me in the category of, well, this was 3 girlfriends ago, not, oh, I didn't watch her a few months ago, I didn't watch her for a few years. She's measuring the times that happened in her life with which woman was driving her to Target. And to me, that is mind-blowing. All she cares about is who she was dating at the time. What does it matter who you were dating at the time when you supposedly watched me? All she cares about is who she was dating, because she feels, in my opinion, she does not exist outside of whoever she was dating. Single time somebody asks her about me or she invents her own questions about me, the main thing she wants to say is how deeply she doesn't watch me. I think that that gives her, in her mind, immunity not to respond to the things that I'm saying, which brings me to my main point. I think the reason that Amber dislikes me so much is because her number one thing that she likes to do to people, claim that they discuss her weight, claim that they discuss superficial things, she can't do with me. Where if she tells you, I haven't watched her, I have no idea what she's saying, she doesn't have to respond to the things that I bring up because she can't. The only thing that I discuss are her actions. Her big dream in the world is to not be judged by appearance. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. And she can't take it because on this channel, we discuss character and her character is on display. She doesn't have an answer as to why she continuously talks about her ex Beck and stole Beck's money. She doesn't have an answer as to why this is the second cat that has gone missing while on her watch. She doesn't have an answer as to why she danced on the way to a child's grave. Those are the things that I am speaking about. So her gaslighting technique, which doesn't work on the audience and doesn't work on me, is I just didn't see her. I didn't watch her. I don't know what she's saying. It's just an excuse and a ploy for you not to answer the things that I'm talking about. Her whole life, she's wanted to be seen for who she is. And I think on this channel, I do see you for who you are. I'm only judging your actions. And that is so scary to you that you gaslight your audience into thinking you don't have to respond to me. And you don't, but I'm on your mind. That's the whole like final fig leaf, everybody. I am renting space in her head for free for the last 4 years and she can't get over it. If you don't like me and you don't watch me and you have never seen anything that I've said about you in the last 3 years, why would you bring me up? I'm totally irrelevant, not to her. I've been renting headspace at her house forever. Why else would she beg me to make videos about her? Those clips I showed you in the beginning, why did she ask me to use her clips? Why did she ask me to make videos about her? She's interested. If you take nothing away from my response, remember this. People talk about what they think about. She's talking about me because she's been thinking about me. At the end of Amber's video, she actually thinks that she did something. Like, she thinks she did something. She goes on this rant against a reaction channel, Oh Lordy, it's Jordy. So the first thing I want to tell you is, I want to make this clear. I am not telling you to report her. I'm not, okay? What I will say, however, is that her entire tirade, her breaking out into this filibuster at the end of her video about Jordy, it's completely against the terms of service because she makes continuous references to the color of his skin. Not only is it disgusting, but it breaks 2 different terms of service and it goes against another TOS violation. Your video should not be on YouTube. It should be demonetized. And where do you get off commenting on the way that people look when you cry all day long that people are inappropriate to you? So she talks about him not getting enough sun and all this other stuff. You are the one that literally took vitamin D supplements because you didn't get out and get any sun. You are the one that has been sitting in your home for the majority of the past 10 years and not really leaving, and you dare say that someone else is doing that? Continues to use the same, what she considers an insult. I don't consider this an insult. She continues to say the same thing about him whenever Jordy is mentioned, whenever she had that, that meltdown on her community page about Jordy. She keeps saying the same thing about Jordy for like multiple times now. She said it a year ago as well. So she says that he is playing Warcraft. He's playing Warcraft in his mom's basement. And she's trying to emphasize that all he does is play Warcraft video games and that he lives with his parents. You literally, as you would say, Ambi, you literally mooched off of Crystal's parents and Casey's family. Your two partners, Casey and Casey's family, supported you. You did not work for years. Crystal, her parents supported you. You did not work for years. You sat in your girlfriend's mom's basement and didn't work. As far as this whole thing about him playing Warcraft, I don't know if he does or not. I really don't care. Amber, keep egging on, and keep poking the Kermit when it comes to the Warcraft community. You know nothing, and I do mean nothing. You know as much as in the palm of a Kermit's hand. You know nothing about the Warcraft community. It's a very large and tight-knit community. You have no idea what you keep starting, because obviously she is saying that he is playing Warcraft in a negative manner, as if there's something wrong with it, as if he's like, she believes it's some, bad thing to be like living with your parents. I don't know if he does or not. Also, Amber, you keep constantly mentioning that like where he lives and who he lives with. That's because, if you guys don't know, Amberlynn facilitated getting his information. Amber had somebody pay for Jordy's family's information on the internet, and then she had another person call Jordy. You are literally stalking him right now. By the way, I understand that like I'm supposed to, give a bunch of witty remarks. I mean, I don't really think I'm funny, but you know what I'm saying. I understand that at this part of the video I'm still supposed to entertain you. I think this is scary. I understand that, all jokes aside, whatever, I make a lot of jokes on my channel, and I think I don't have a serious channel. She's in the throes of stalking him. Okay, when she first talks about him, she obviously doesn't care for him, right? Did you see her body language, the way that she lights up from the inside? Because she's very blah, whatever, throughout the whole video. She literally lights up from the inside. It's palpable how happy she gets when she greets him. She says, "Hi, hello, Jordy. Hello, I know you're watching." Why do you need to say hello to the man whose information paid to get his family's information, you stalker? This is a stalker reaching out to the victim. I'm being serious here. She facilitated another person buying his family's information and contacting his family. She knows everything about him. She knows that he lives with his parents. I don't know if he lives with his parents or not. Listen, I'm just going to say it. There's nothing wrong with living with your parents. Partners' families support you for years. Who are you to speak on that? So she's trying to trash him, but you can see how obsessed she is with him. It's scary. This is a stalker in the throes of contacting her victim. That's my opinion. It's obvious. Don't ever forget. I'm never going to let anybody here forget. Why do you always say hello to him and greet him if you don't like him so much? So then she goes on this tangent of, why does he need to watch her live streams before he goes live? I don't know if he watches your videos once over before he goes live. She could be lying about that. Listen, I have a serious question. How does Amberlynn know so much about Jordy? I don't know anything about him. She knows so much more about him than I do, and than the average person, because she's stalking him. How do you know that he watches it? He must have said it, I guess, in one of his streams, or maybe she's lying. So I don't know if he watches her videos before or not. Amber, do you think it's possible that he's watching your video before he goes live so that he knows what your video is about so he could title his live stream? How is he supposed to title his live stream if he has no idea what your video is about? She then accuses him of basically acting like he's better than her, and he's never done that. She asks, what makes, like, why do you feel that you're so much more better than me and my life isn't as dramatic as you think? So first of all, of course your life is dramatic. You literally
Did not shower.
date women in your head who are married and then claim that they cheated on you with their wives. Continuously lose your pets and say that it was not intentional. You dance on the way to a child's grave. Of course, this is dramatic. So if he's been saying, I don't know if he has been, like, I'm telling you, she knows more about him than anybody does. If he has been saying that your life is dramatic, I agree with him. I don't know if he's been saying that. As far as him like acting like he's better than you, I have never heard him say that. I've never gotten that vibe or never felt that. In fact, Jordy has discussed like some of the things that I've seen that he has been through. And if anything, like I feel like he could be like very helpful towards Amber in certain areas. Here's what I think is going on. It's deeper than him never saying that he was like better than her or anything like that. Everything that she feels about herself, in my opinion, she transfers onto other people. Like, for example, here's a perfect example. She discussed how she did not use the shower for a year or years on end, on and off. And then she claims that, Mr. Snowflake, and talks about Mr. Snowflake's hygiene, which is absolutely inappropriate and not true at all. She transfers however she's feeling herself onto somebody else, right? So she's feeling probably that he is better than her and transfers it to him and pretends to a large audience that he feels this way. He's never even alluded to that. She then asks like why he's talking about certain aspects of her health and why he's talking about certain superficial things. Okay, I haven't seen him say a lot of the stuff that she is saying. Like I said, I believe she's stalking him, so I am not caught up on everything Jordy like she is. But I will say this. Recently, Amberlynn has gotten like millions of views on a TikTok in which she literally, as Amber would say, literally makes fun of herself and discusses her health status and all that, if you understand what I'm saying. And why is it okay for you to do it and no one else can say anything? That's my question. I don't think anybody should be, as I've always said, judging people on superficial stuff. I think judge her on her character. That's clear what her character is. But why is it okay for you to make money on it and no one else can say anything? This is no different than her typical thumbnails. She's allowed to make these thumbnails, but no one else is. She keeps saying that he's doing everything for monetization purposes. What about you? What is this? What is this video that you made? It was done solely for money, and you were too scared to use my name in the title. You know what they say, fortune favors the Kermits. Okay, so that's about it for today's video. If I was Jordy, if I were him, I would get a restraining order. So let me know what you think about this video in the dislikes and Kermits and comments down below. Thank you all so very much for watching. I appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed today's video, please check out this other video that's popping up here. You may enjoy it. You may not enjoy it. If you go and you don't like it, leave it a dislike. Be a friend. Thanks so much for being here. I will see you next time. Bye.